showed you a lot of his brand storefront and how that looks and about the products and things like that. But what about the actual TikTok page? Like not the shop, but your brand kind of like identity. You know, he mentioned earlier that I think it was like 15 to 20 a day.
Yeah.
You're posting. So what's the goal there? You know, obviously you've got live video that sends traffic, right? You've got your ads that we're going to talk about. You've got influencers and affiliates pushing traffic. What is the goal behind putting so much content on your actual brand's TikTok page? Is it like, hey, hoping that one out of every so many videos gets a lot of traction, or what's the strategy there?
Yeah, well, with the TikTok algorithm, it's difficult to know like what's going to hit, what's not going to hit, and you know they're presenting it to different groups of individuals, and so you'll initially get pushed to 200 people if that performs well, 1,000, you know, yada yada. And so that's from the organic side, but then we're going and taking everything and pushing it with GMV Max ads as well, right? And so some of it you just don't know what's going to hit and what's not going to hit. And so we do iterate a lot. Like we'll post content and then we're making little, we'll see what's performing well, and then we'll go and create some content that maybe is similar to that, and just try to like deviate hooks and test on that. But some of it's just a numbers game with TikTok. You just have to put more content out there, and particularly because we've created our listings where we've got 2,000 SKUs. I mean, that's a lot of variations, but I have 40 parent listings. And so for each one of those, for my GMV Max ad campaigns, I'm running a campaign on each one of those listings. And so I have to have a lot of content per listing. You have to have at least 20 pieces of content to just even start really like on a listing. And so for the ads to really work. And so we have to get volume out there, and some stuff hits, some stuff doesn't. But I mean, most videos we're going to get one or two, at least a couple sales on, right? So we get payback like on every video, and then some we get a lot more on. But it's can be very difficult to predict actually what's going to like perform really well on TikTok. We've done some really polished content that was really high performance or high quality stuff. And we put it on TikTok and it just completely flopped. I mean, because it wasn't like raw enough. And now on Instagram, it does really well, but not on TikTok.
Now, are these videos, are any, all, none, actually tied to a product where you can click something in the video to go to the exact product displayed, or that's not a thing?
They're almost all. We do see, we do some videos where it's like a preview post for the live event, where there's not a clickable product, but it gives them the option to sign up for the event, right? So if they want to get notified when we go live on the event, they can do that. But that's a pretty small percentage. 99% of our posts are tagging a product, and they're talking about a specific product.
Okay.
I mean, we might talk about the brand, do a post that's talking about the brand, and then we'll show a product, and then we'll put a product on there so it's clickable or shoppable.
And this content that you're putting out, is it all in-house, or some of it's UGC, some of it's AI?
It's probably like 95% just in-house with either myself or my live streamers that are creating the content. So I have 2 full-time live streamers and 1 part-time live streamer that creates that content. And so that's most of the branded content. We do use some UGC platforms like Join Brands and some others like that to be able to create content. Some of that we'll post on our branded account, and in other cases, the affiliates posting it on their account, or maybe we'll cross post it. But most of the content that we're creating on our account is my in-house creators. We do use some AI tools to be able to create some branded content there, but that's a small percentage of our total right now.
Are you cross-posting what you do for TikTok, like on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Amazon Posts, anything like that?
Yeah, we do cross-post probably 95% of our TikTok content. We post it on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube Shorts. We put some stuff on Amazon, but not hasn't done as well for us on Amazon. And so it's an opportunity to go and just do it. Since we're already creating the content, it's there just to go and put that on there. But we haven't seen a lot of uptick from a sales standpoint for content that we post on Amazon.
I saw you have something like, I don't know, 40, 50,000 followers on your brand. is that all organic? Do you pay to get followers? How do you grow that?
Yeah, that's all organic. So mostly from our live streams. So when we go live, people will follow us. But I mean, we have a substantial, it's crazy. We have a substantial number of sales to individuals that, and multiple sales, repeat sales. They're still not following us. But that's something that we're working on from a live stream standpoint, like encouraging people to follow us, doing giveaways and things like that on our live stream to encourage the follow. So then they will get notified when we go live, and as well as, be able to see more of the posts. But yeah, so we're growing that, but that's all just organic.
So we've got, on this first one that we're doing for Project X, we've got a, coffin shelf and a couple colors of it and bat-shaped bath mat. What else? That's about it. Not many under that brand. So let's say my brand, somebody else's brand out there, they've only got 3, 4, 5 products. What kind of cadence should I do? I mean, you said you had 2,000. That's one of the reasons why you're doing so many posts daily. But if we only have 3, 4, 5 products, what should our cadence be as far as how many we should be doing a day?
I would say try to be doing one per product a day. But you don't have to be. Some people just overthink it, right? They want these really polished posts, and so we do a lot of posts where we've got our product and it's on a turntable and we're just doing a swipe around it. TikTok doesn't like static posts, right? Where it's just a static image and a voiceover and things like that. They like video, right? And so we'll do a lot where we're just doing like a flyby almost to the product, and then you're talking about it. You do a voiceover with that, throw it in CapCut, and use a template on CapCut. And so like literally I create a lot of content. Like I'll go and shoot a bunch with my phone when I'm in the studio with our mannequins. And so I'll have that video on there, and then I will just use different CapCut templates. So I'll go into CapCut and just cut it differently, different themes and music. And so you can reuse a lot of that video content just using CapCut templates and do some pretty cool stuff. So I'm sitting doing getting my oil changed, and I'm posting a video, right? Or I'm going anytime I'm standing waiting in line. When some of you guys are like playing Candy Crush and you're just like playing some like mind-numbing game, you have that content on your phone. You just open up CapCut and you go and knock out some posts, right? Because you're looking at like 10 to 15 second posts. It's not like these are long posts, right?
So I'm looking at some of the ones that you've done here on the screen. I see like you have an overlay here. It's just using the software that you use for the live stream to record this?
Yeah, for the size chart there.
And then how long are these on average?
We're usually under 20 seconds on a video. So this one's 25, but yeah. So between usually 12 to 20 seconds on a video. Some of them will go a little longer. But, there's some where we've tried a lot of different things. We did a theme as far as, will it fit in the pouch? And like, we'll put a 2-liter in there and a coconut and a squash and a can, cans of whatever. And so to see if it'll fit in the pouch. So just some funny stuff we play around with.
What's this?
This is an AI. That's an AI, ChatGPT AI video that one of the live streamers created the other day. So playing around with some stuff about the superhero cat.
Okay.
You're encouraging people to buy better fitting underwear. So
obviously on the desktop you can't link to a product, but if I was looking at this on my phone, would it go to one of the products?
Yeah, you'd see a product on there. So
how long did you think it took to create this?
I think Mick played around with it for like an hour on ChatGPT.
That's pretty cool.
So we're just testing some stuff out. Yeah, so most of them are shot there. A lot of these are shot just in the studio that they do, and you'll see some where they'll go and go. They've done some in some stores where they've gone and walked around the mall, and
seems like that one did pretty good, like 6,000 views.
Yeah,
compared to some of these others.
Yeah.
Okay, and then so these are just showing up in people's For You page in their stream, or it's going mainly to your followers, you think?
It goes to the FYP page, right? So it's going to their FYPs, and then the ads are pushing these, right? So depending on how they're performing and click through and then conversion, then GMV will the ads will pick them up and start pushing them. So some of these, as you get further down and they have higher views, probably a decent amount of those views are coming from ads.
Okay.
So, but you can't tell. We can't tell.
What are you looking for in order to know, hey, I need to push this a little bit more, like just strictly at the views or interactions?
GMV does it themselves. So,
okay.
So yeah, so we don't.
But I thought you pick and choose which ones you want to put money behind, or are you putting money behind everything?
Everything. Okay. Yeah, and then GMV will. It's a bit of a black box, like knowing what it's what's actually working. But you don't usually know. You can't tell what's an organic versus a paid view on that from the front end, right? TikTok's keeping track of that on the back end. Like I said, we mentioned earlier, you can set like a commission rate for organic versus paid, but with a lot of the visibility, we can't tell necessarily what is organic versus paid traffic.
So then I've got, let's just say my black coffin shop, which is the main product. Next 7 days, I need to make 7 videos about it, 30 seconds each. What should the content of the videos be? Just talking about how people use it. Is it almost the same thing I'm saying every day? Just putting the same video, just in a little bit different, format. What should I be doing? What's my first week look like?
It could be different hooks. It literally could just be a flyby of the product with music, right? With a trending like sound. So TikTok and things are going to get viewed differently on TikTok just off a trending sound. So you're going pick a trending sound and you throw that on there. And so it really depends on what your niche and what you're going after. But yeah, we have a lot of videos where it's literally just a mannequin on rotation and it's just sound. There's no talking or anything, right? And some of these are literally like a 3 second, 4 second. So it's crazy what does really well on TikTok. You have some stuff that's really, really, really short, no text or anything like that, and it crushes it. And so some of it's just iterating it, right? Iterating it. There might be something mixed as far as this angle was really cool, or but we do play around with a lot of different hooks as well. So we use like ChatGPT or Claude to go and, hey, write me 20 hooks for this product that we'll go and put in there, and we'll test different hooks. So you might use the same video there, but then you're going to do different text hooks overlays. So you can use like an 11 Labs to do like the text overlay or the speech over there. But yeah, so we just test a lot of different things. So maybe it was the angle of a shot that worked really well. Maybe it was the hook that worked well. And so the thing is, you can reuse that video content a lot. So focusing on the benefits. So just similar to like on your Amazon listings, when you're really trying to with what you're showing your carousel. What are you talking about on your carousel and your Amazon listing? So it's just taking those benefits and then putting them into video.
Okay, interesting. All right, so you guys have some homework. Plan out at least a week's worth of videos for each of your products. Doesn't have to be big, long 10-minute things. Like you said, 15, 20, 30 seconds. Might not even have a speech behind it. Might not even have your speech. Might be AI, or it could be a trending song. But you've got to get content ready for your products. And then we're going to talk about how to get some more eyeballs, doing ads on those, like the GMV Max, like he was saying, in a later module. But this is important in order to get those first views. And that's something I need to work on, because I haven't even put my brand's store or my brand's TikTok profile, connected it to the shop yet. So I haven't even done any of this. So I'm going to have to start getting to work and filming this. But you don't have to have obviously here we've got this nice professional, setup. This is not what's what's needed in order to have success. You could just do it with your phone, use CapCut, like he said, and you'd be good to go. So start getting your content ready. Get your brand profile ready, link it to your TikTok shop, and you are ready to go.